Here is a detailed analysis of the main points and insights from the book The Psychology of Money, Timeless Lessons on Wealth, Greed, and Happiness by Morgan Housel, including actionable steps that an entrepreneur can implement to be successful in business. Chapter 1: No One's Crazy. In this chapter, Housel emphasizes the idea that people's behaviors around money are often shaped by their own unique experiences and circumstances. He argues that there is no right way to handle money, and that individuals should focus on their own goals and priorities. Actionable step: focus on your own goals and priorities when making financial decisions, rather than comparing yourself to others. Example: if you're an entrepreneur, you might prioritize reinvesting profits into your business over taking a larger salary or buying luxury items. By focusing on your own goals and priorities, you can make more informed and effective financial decisions. Chapter 2: Luck and Risk. In this chapter, Housel explores the role of luck and risk in financial success. He argues that while luck plays a significant role in outcomes, individuals can still take steps to mitigate risk and improve their chances of success. Actionable step: mitigate risk by diversifying investments and building a strong emergency fund. Example: as an entrepreneur, you might diversify your investments by allocating funds to multiple projects or ventures. By spreading your risk, you can increase your chances of success even if one project or venture fails. Chapter 3: Never Enough. In this chapter, Housel discusses the concept of enough and argues that individuals often struggle to define it for themselves. He emphasizes the importance of finding a balance between pursuing financial goals and enjoying the present moment. Actionable step: define your own sense of enough and find a balance between pursuing financial goals and enjoying the present moment. Example: as an entrepreneur, you might define your own sense of enough by setting realistic financial goals and ensuring that you have enough time and energy to enjoy personal pursuits and relationships outside of work. Chapter 4: Confounding Compounding. In this chapter, Housel explains the power of compounding interest and the benefits of starting early when it comes to investing. He emphasizes the importance of developing a long-term perspective and being patient with financial goals. Actionable step: start investing early and develop a long-term perspective when it comes to financial goals. Example: as an entrepreneur, you might begin investing early in your career by setting up a retirement account or investing in stocks or mutual funds. By taking a long-term perspective, you can reap the benefits of compounding interest over time. Chapter 5: Getting Wealthy versus Staying Wealthy. In this chapter, Housel distinguishes between getting wealthy and staying wealthy, emphasizing the importance of managing risks and avoiding complacency. He argues that wealth is often lost due to mistakes and mismanagement rather than external factors. Actionable step: manage risks and avoid complacency to stay wealthy over the long term. Example: as an entrepreneur, you might manage risks by regularly assessing the financial health of your business and making strategic decisions to mitigate potential threats. By avoiding complacency and staying vigilant, you can maintain your wealth and avoid costly mistakes. Chapter 6: Saving is a False Economy. In this chapter, Housel argues that saving money can sometimes be a false economy if it leads to missed opportunities for growth or investment. He emphasizes the importance of finding a balance between saving and investing for long-term growth. Actionable step: prioritize investing for long-term growth over simply saving money. Example: as an entrepreneur, you might prioritize investing in research and development, marketing, or hiring talented employees to help grow your business over simply saving money in the short term. By focusing on long-term growth, you can maximize your returns and build a sustainable business. Chapter 7: The Seduction of Pessimism. In this chapter, Housel explores the allure of pessimism in financial decision-making and argues that it can sometimes lead to missed opportunities for growth and success. He emphasizes the importance of maintaining a balanced perspective and avoiding excessive pessimism or optimism. Actionable step: maintain a balanced perspective when making financial decisions and avoid excessive pessimism or optimism. Example: as an entrepreneur, you might take a balanced approach to financial decision-making by conducting thorough research, seeking advice from trusted mentors, and weighing the potential risks and rewards of different options. Chapter 8: When You'll Believe Anything. In this chapter, Housel discusses the power of narratives in shaping financial decision-making and argues that people often believe what they want to believe, even if the evidence suggests otherwise. He emphasizes the importance of avoiding overconfidence and seeking out diverse perspectives. Actionable step: avoid overconfidence and seek out diverse perspectives when making financial decisions. Example: as an entrepreneur, you might avoid overconfidence by seeking out feedback from a diverse range of people, including customers, employees, and advisors. By considering multiple perspectives, you can make more informed and effective decisions. Chapter 9: Conflicts of Interest. In this chapter, Housel explores the role of conflicts of interest in financial decision-making and argues that they can often lead to biased or unethical behavior. He emphasizes the importance of understanding and mitigating conflicts of interest when making financial decisions. Actionable step: understand and mitigate conflicts of interest when making financial decisions. Example: as an entrepreneur, you might mitigate conflicts of interest by setting up clear policies and procedures for financial decision-making and avoiding situations where conflicts of interest could arise. Chapter 10: Man in the Car Paradox. In this chapter, Housel discusses the idea that people often judge others based on their possessions or outward appearances, even though these factors may have little to do with actual wealth or success. He emphasizes the importance of avoiding judgment based on outward appearances and focusing on one's own goals and priorities. Actionable step: avoid judgment based on outward appearances and focus on your own goals and priorities. Example: as an entrepreneur, you might focus on building a strong business and pursuing your own goals, rather than comparing yourself to others based on their possessions or outward appearances. Chapter 11: Wealth is What You Don't See. In this chapter, Housel argues that wealth is often invisible, or hidden, and can take many different forms beyond just money. He emphasizes the importance of recognizing and appreciating the many different forms of wealth in one's life. Actionable step: recognize and appreciate the many different forms of wealth in your life beyond just money. Example: as an entrepreneur, you might focus on building a strong and supportive team, cultivating meaningful relationships with customers and partners, and pursuing work that aligns with your values and passions, in addition to building financial wealth. Chapter 12: Why You Shouldn't Pick Stocks. In this chapter, Housel explores the drawbacks of trying to pick individual stocks and argues that it is often better to invest in broad-based index funds, or exchange-traded funds that provide broad exposure to different segments of the market. Actionable step: invest in broad-based index funds or ETFs for long-term growth. Example: as an entrepreneur, you might invest in index funds or ETFs as a way to diversify your portfolio and generate long-term growth without taking on excessive risk. Chapter 13: Confounding Compounding. In this chapter, Housel emphasizes the power of compounding, or the ability of investments to grow exponentially over time. He encourages readers to start investing early and regularly to take advantage of this powerful force. Actionable step: start investing early and regularly to take advantage of the power of compounding. Example: as an entrepreneur, you might prioritize investing in retirement accounts or other investment vehicles early in your career, and continue to make regular contributions over time to maximize the power of compounding. Chapter 14: Getting Wealthy versus Staying Wealthy. In this chapter, Housel explores the challenges of getting wealthy versus staying wealthy and argues that the skills and behaviors that lead to financial success are often different from those that help maintain it. He emphasizes the importance of developing a sustainable approach to managing money over the long term. Actionable step: develop a sustainable approach to managing money that focuses on both getting wealthy and staying wealthy. Example: as an entrepreneur, you might prioritize building a sustainable business model that generates long-term value for customers and investors, rather than focusing solely on short-term gains. Chapter 15: Tails You Win. In this chapter, Housel discusses the importance of preparing for low-probability, high-impact events, or black swans that can have significant financial consequences. He emphasizes the importance of building a margin of safety into one's financial plans and investments. Actionable step: build a margin of safety into your financial plans and investments to prepare for low-probability, high-impact events. Example: as an entrepreneur, you might develop contingency plans for unexpected events, such as economic downturns, supply chain disruptions, or regulatory changes, and build up cash reserves or other buffers to help weather these challenges. Chapter 16: Nothing's Free. In this chapter, Housel discusses the hidden costs of financial products and services and emphasizes the importance of understanding fees, commissions, and other expenses that can eat away at investment returns over time. Actionable step: understand the fees, commissions, and other expenses associated with financial products and services to maximize investment returns. Example: as an entrepreneur, you might research different investment options and compare their fees and expenses to identify the most cost-effective options for your needs. Chapter 17: You and Me. In this chapter, Housel explores the importance of relationships in finance and the ways in which money can impact personal relationships. He emphasizes the importance of being open and honest about money with loved ones and cultivating healthy communication and boundaries around financial issues. Actionable step: be open and honest about money with loved ones and cultivate healthy communication and boundaries around financial issues. Example: as an entrepreneur, you might discuss financial goals and expectations with business partners or family members. Establish clear boundaries around financial responsibilities and decision-making, and seek the support of trusted advisors or professionals as needed. Chapter 18: The Seduction of Pessimism. In this chapter, Housel discusses the allure of pessimism in financial markets and how it can lead to poor investment decisions. He emphasizes the importance of taking a long-term perspective and avoiding the temptation to make short-term decisions based on fear or pessimism. Actionable step: take a long-term perspective and avoid making short-term decisions based on fear or pessimism. Example: as an entrepreneur, you might focus on building a resilient business that can withstand short-term challenges and economic fluctuations, rather than making hasty decisions based on short-term pessimism or fear. Chapter 19: When You'll Believe Anything. In this chapter, Housel explores the ways in which our beliefs and biases can impact our financial decisions and argues that being aware of these biases is critical for making sound investment decisions. Actionable step: be aware of your own beliefs and biases and how they may impact your financial decisions. Example: as an entrepreneur, you might seek out diverse perspectives and opinions when making financial decisions. Challenge your own assumptions and biases, and cultivate a growth mindset that values continuous learning and improvement. Chapter 20: Wealth is a byproduct of a functioning society. In this chapter, Housel discusses the role of society in creating and sustaining wealth, and argues that a functioning society with strong institutions and values is critical for long-term prosperity. Actionable step: invest in the long-term health and sustainability of your community and society as a whole. Example: as an entrepreneur, you might prioritize corporate social responsibility, support local initiatives and charities, and advocate for policies and practices that promote the long-term health and sustainability of your community and society. Overall, The Psychology of Money provides valuable insights and actionable steps for entrepreneurs looking to build long-term financial success. By understanding fees and expenses, cultivating healthy relationships around money, taking a long-term perspective, being aware of biases, and investing in the long-term health of society, entrepreneurs can build a strong foundation for financial success and contribute to the well-being of their communities and society as a whole.